when I see like younger people now being like nostalgic about the regime they've never lived in, and when you come and tell like, well,
but that wasn't the real communism, Irina.
You know, that's why I have this joke that you are the only one person laughing at it. Every time I tell that joke, you are the only one person laughing at it.
Which one?
Because I say I view open relationship as I view communism, because I've yet to see a working one. And he is the only person in the audience that is laughing at it. And he's laughing at it from the pain point perspective.
But from the bottom of my heart, it's like, yes. And also, I'm kind of like happy they fucking hear it.
Yeah, but I see how like hostile people here are for. It's the weirdest thing. For me, it's the weirdest thing how the people that always like, oh, listen to victims, listen to survivors, listen to marginalized groups or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you come forward and it's like, hey, my grandfather was heavily oppressed, and like, oh, it's because he was a, I don't know, Nazi collaborator. And I was like, he wasn't a Nazi, he wasn't the Red Army. He actually was fighting Nazis. And then like doing the other mental gymnastic, I was like, oh, then probably he was a whatever, like kulak, and he didn't want to go. Like, girl, pick a struggle, go touch grass again, because the same people that are like telling us, oh, the government is lying to you, never trust the government, whatever government is putting out is obviously lie, and
all governments lie except
skewed
mine.
Information. No, my point is they don't trust their governments, but for some reason the governmental approved literature about Soviet Union is a source of fucking truth. Make it make sense. And I'm like, do you think they were like,
yeah.
So yeah, that's a pain point for both of us. I can talk about it for hours, I swear to God. I wish younger people, I understood then when Eastern Europeans are actively hating on communism, they are hating on the political regime their parents and grandparents suffered from. And we had to deal with the consequences of that. So we're hating on that actively because it's our experience. And they are loving on ideology they've read in a book and see a couple of TikToks on.
I mean, again, it's like, as a theory, sounds beautiful.
Wonderful.
When you write it all down and everybody gets what they need, and yada yada yada. But when I thought about it, I wanted to write like a full bit about it, and I would say the communism will not work because of people, because it relies that all people will do their part, and that's not realistic. No, it's not. And
it's and then I wanted to add the bit like, and I know it will not even work here with all of you being so like dedicated to communism succeeding, because, and that's the funniest part, because I've seen your charity shops, which is like, when I came here I didn't have a lot of clothes, obviously, so actually the full outfit I have right now on me is thrifted. Thank you, Cancer Research. And,
hey, big up Cancer Research.
Yeah,
big up style.
Thank you.
And also thank you for saving lives.
Yeah, and I relied on charity shops heavily for a very specific reason, that I didn't have clothes. And I would go to the charity shops and I would see those like girlies and young men and boys that would go through those like things and try to thrift a stylish aesthetic grandpa vibe sweater, just to put it on Depop, just to resell it and make the money. And I'm like, you're quite literally rigging the system that was supposed to help the needed ones. Like, I need that sweater because it's like 9 degrees in my apartment. You need that sweater to just resell it later, or like, I don't know, to put on TikTok. And that's why I think it's people really think that everyone will do the right thing, but they forget that they themselves often do not do the right thing.
Yeah, and also it's like, at some point, like, everyone has very individual needs, and what happens when those needs clash and all that sort of like,
it's the same thing. Yeah,
at the end of it, you gotta let people figure out life for themselves. But yeah, we were talking about like the whole communism thing. The one thing that stood out to me, like, I get their idea of like there has to be some socialism to counterbalance.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The freedom,
socialist,
like social responsibility.
Policies are very successful in many countries, but you have to be like very particular about those policies.
Yeah, and then I just like I don't have a joke about. I had a joke idea about this, basically saying, you know, that I moved into the UK, I learned a lot of new things, I discovered new things, I found out there's such a thing as good communism. You know?
Yeah.
I had to come all the way here to find that out.